Who done it? What do you think? Do you think it popped itself?
It was a windy day. We didn't talk about how windy it was that evening. You could see it in the trees. It is quite the coincidence that a car came by right when it popped, but I think it just popped. That's my guess.
It's staying on the optimistic side.
Yes. And we have no evidence like that one jerk who was knifing the Frosty. Come on. It's some bad karma right there. Let's take a look outside, everyone. We maybe have some good karma if you like warm temperatures, but we're also wet for the week ahead. I have your first weather forecast coming up.
Plus, the heated debate surrounding the Horse Heaven Hills wind farm could be coming to a close soon. And a major move in the airline industry could affect your travel costs out of the Pasco Airport. Good Morning Northwest continues right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
And I'm Jason Valentine. Welcome to Monday. Wait for it, Riley. Wait for it. It's 6 o'clock. There we go. So good Monday. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. How was your weekend? I heard it was busy.
It was very, very busy. Lots of moving pieces and many Costco trips.
Okay. At least you didn't have to write.
Oh yeah, my NaNoWriMo, my National Novel Writing Month is over.
Yes.
It has been slightly a relief now that it's over. It took a couple hours out of my day every single day, and as much as I miss my work in progress, after NaNoWriMo, 30 days straight of writing is over. You kind of set it aside for a minute, come back with fresh eyes whenever you're ready to look at it again.
100%. All right, let's take a look outside. Hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. A lot of, I'm sure, getting trees this weekend. So we are looking at some fog in areas. If we can look at our sky cam, there we go. And we do expect to see maybe a little more fog before it gets clearer as we see shower activity coming in as well, starting to form just to the southwest of our areas. It is on its way. More shower activity off and on for your Monday and really for the week ahead. So today we're going to be a little bit warmer than we have been. 70% visibility for Prosser. I do expect with the fog in the vicinity, Toppenish not seeing great quality, but we do expect to see hopefully less fog with more winds on the way as we get into the rest of our week. Now it is warm today and even warmer tomorrow. We expect all of our areas to be in the mid 50s. Tomorrow mid to lower 50s. Today mid 40s for Yakima. For the Tri-Cities, off and on showers throughout your day, and much warmer, mid 50s to lower 50s for the Blues. So what's going on today? Patchy AM fog, warm and wet, rain for days. I got your first alert weather forecast. I'll get you ready for the week ahead. It's coming up in about 10 minutes.
Should the state allow a wind farm on the hills south of Kennewick? That debate has been going on for years now and could finally be nearing a conclusion. Advocates say the wind farm could generate enough electricity to power tens of thousands of homes, which could become very important as people move to the region and demand for energy goes up. But opponents say a wind farm isn't the answer.
We have 3 different projects going on in Benton County. We have the Horse Heaven Wind Farm, we have the Watoma Solar Project, and we have the Hop Hill Solar Project. So when you add up all 3 projects, the cumulative impact to our agricultural lands is fairly significant.
None of the county commissioners and no Benton County representatives have reached out to any of the landowners in this project. They are in a sense speaking for us and what the effect on our own farms are without actually speaking to us.
We talked to one of the farmers who would be impacted by the Horse Heaven Hills wind farm if it gets approval. Coming up tonight after Monday Night Football, we hear his take on what the wind farm means for agricultural land. It's an exclusive interview you'll only see on Apple Valley News Now. Early Sunday morning, Benton County Sheriff's deputies responded to reports of a potentially suicidal man who allegedly made threats against his parents and police. According to the sheriff's office, the man allegedly charged a patrol car with a hammer, attempting to strike the vehicle as it approached. Deputies drove around him and eventually confronted the man again on Riata Road. Deputies say he was uncooperative at first. But they were able to take him into custody with minimal force. He was treated for self-inflicted injuries and booked into jail. Police arrested a real-life Grinch in Kennewick last night. According to KPD, around 8:30 p.m., officers saw a man wearing all black clothing running east on 4th Avenue, carrying a Christmas tree on his shoulders, forcing vehicles to swerve in order to avoid hitting him. The suspect ignored emergency lights activated by the officers and continued to run. Despite commands to stop, he was eventually detained. After an investigation, police determined that the suspect had stolen the tree from a Christmas tree farm several blocks away. He also had warrants out for his arrest. He was booked into the Benton County Jail for disorderly conduct, obstructing law enforcement, and theft in the 3rd degree. The tree was returned to the Christmas tree farm. Well, you know that we love dogs here at Apple Valley News Now, and the Yakima Police Department does too. According to Yakima Police, they found these 2 pups abandoned in a duffel bag late Thursday night. YPD community service officers brought them in from the cold, and they spent the day at the station before being adopted by employees at the Yakima Young Women's Christian Association. A major move in the travel industry. Alaska Airlines has come to terms on a deal to purchase Hawaiian Airlines, according to officials from both companies. The combined organization will be based in Seattle, but Alaska Airlines says it will establish a major hub in Honolulu. John Lawrence reports.
The 2 airlines who bear the names of the 49th and 50th states are joining forces.
We are coming together and joining networks. This will be pro-consumer and pro-competition.
For a price tag of $1.9 billion, Alaska Air announced its plans to buy Hawaiian Airlines.
Both airlines bring a tremendous amount to the table here, and it's going to be a great combination going forward.
The agreement between the 2 former rivals calls for both carriers to hold on to their individual names.
These brands are so beloved in the areas that they serve and the massive amount of loyalty that they've accrued over the years, that we're going to do something unique and deploy both brands in the combined company.
Officials say the combined airline will have more than 1,200 departures per day and will be able to compete with bigger airlines like American, Delta, Southwest, and United.
I'm excited about what this combination does for the business, and I'm so excited about the opportunities that our guests and our employees have with the business going forward.
The deal, which is expected to plod along like a taxiing plane, could take between 9 and 18 months to hammer out, and it needs the approval from the boards of both carriers and U.S. regulators. I'm John Lawrence reporting.
The Association of Flight Attendants, that represents thousands of flight attendants for both airlines, issued a statement saying it will be paying close attention to the merger to see if it will improve conditions for flight attendants. Jason Valentine returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
All right, get ready for a warm week ahead. Maybe not necessarily today, but definitely by tomorrow. Showers, fog, a lot to talk about. Your first alert weather forecast is coming up.
Plus, the Pac-12 championship took place in Las Vegas Friday night with the Washington Huskies and Oregon Ducks looking to be the one to take home what could be the conference's final title.
Looking for Santa Claus? He's here with us at Queensgate Gardens. Visit us today for your best selection of Christmas trees and wreaths. For this season's holiday cheer, bring your family and find the perfect tree. Customize your own wreath and pick out locally grown poinsettia. Visit us at Queensgate Garden today.
I'm Buzz the Bee from the Painting Bees. I'm a local bee. I started painting houses, and here I am. So what do? We're a local painting company. We paint exterior, we do interior painting, and cabinetry as well. And we're here to take care of everybody, even the DIYers. And so why shouldn't you do this by yourself? Because of our combined 15 years of experience painting homes in the Tri-Cities area. So if you're interested in a free estimate, visit our website or call us at 509-591-8160.
Everybody in the Tri-Cities has been to a Hubby's Pizza Party, right? You haven't? Acquire the Hubby's habit and book your party today. Delicious, mouth-watering food made with only the freshest ingredients. It's party time at Hubby's Pizza, a hometown favorite for nearly 45 years. Book your party today.
Throw away your distance and reading glasses. Join Doctors King and Kopstein for a free live webinar this Thursday at noon. And find out if RLE is right for you. K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
'Tis the season as we visit a Christmas tree farm.
It's a pleasure to work here. I enjoy the customers a lot.
Find your holiday spirit.
It's a fun time.
Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
If you're buzzed and doing this to make yourself feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Welcome back, everyone, on this Monday morning. Well, Friday night, the UW Huskies and Oregon Ducks faced off in Sin City as the Huskies look to cap off an undefeated regular season with what may be the last Pac-12 championship in history. And say whatever you will about Husky football, their games, though, are always exciting, and this was no exception. Oregon quarterback Bo Nix led the Ducks for a 21-0 run to take a 4-point lead in the third quarter, throwing for 239 yards and 3 touchdowns, while also racking up 69 on the ground. That was a big run there. But Washington's Michael Penix Jr. would strengthen his Heisman case in the fourth quarter, staying poised as he led the team downfield for 2 late game scoring drives, picking up his only touchdown pass right there of the night. But it would be Washington's star running back Dylan Johnson who would be the talk of the game. He ices it right there. He ran through the Ducks in their 8th-ranked rushing defense for 152 yards, 2 touchdowns, and threw one in the second. Johnson would be the one to clinch the Pac-12 title for the Dogs. And with less than a minute left in the fourth, the Huskies are headed to the college football playoffs with a win over Oregon, 34-31. Well, with just 2 schools remaining in the conference, we're learning more about the future of the Pac-12. On Friday, WSU and Oregon State announced a 6-game scheduling alliance with the Mountain West Conference. According to Yahoo Sports, the schools would not be part of the conference, but would play conference teams. On to college basketball, and the 6-1 Gonzaga Bulldogs hosted the USC Trojans on Saturday. A well-rounded effort from Gonzaga would stave off a huge game from USC's Boogie Ellis, who would finish with 28 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. 6 of the Zags would end up in double figures, with guards Ryan Nembhard and Rusty Stromer both putting up 15 to pace the Bulldogs. Gonzaga would go on to get the win at home, 89-76. Coming up, the Supreme Court is set to review Purdue Pharma's bankruptcy settlement today, which would see billions of dollars awarded to victims in communities harmed by the opioid epidemic, but not without a caveat. And folks, I'll return with your first alert weather forecast. Let me get you ready for your Monday. Things are changing as we move along in the week. That's coming up next on Good Morning Northwest.
Are you looking for a bank that has traditional values and modern solutions? Are you looking for a bank that is member-owned? Are you looking for a bank that leaves a lasting impact on the community? I've got news for you. You're not looking for a bank. Belong to something better. Join Hapo Community Credit Union, where you are more than just a member. Visit hapo.org to join today. Where do you credit union?
This may look like a holiday shopping showdown, but it's a Nissan sales event ad. Good thing my Rogue has intelligent all-wheel drive.
So does my Altima.
Get 2.9% APR financing for 60 months on Rogue, or get 2.9% APR financing for 60 months on Pathfinder. Better hurry. These offers won't be back in stock.
It's an unprecedented dancing finale.
My kind of magic is automatic. I feel like dancing.
You have what it takes to win it.
The Dancing with the Stars finale, Tuesday on ABC and Disney+.
This Christmas, give the kids a gift of fun at the 2024 Benton Franklin Fair. This package includes a full day of carnival rides, a youth admission ticket for kids ages 6 to 12, and a cuddly stuffed animal, all for only $30. That's a savings of $15. Available now until Christmas Eve at Kennewick Ranch and Home or the fair office in Pasco. Quantities are limited, so don't wait. Happy holidays from everyone at the Benton Franklin Fair.
Tonight on Apple Valley News Now Primetime. Soon, there could be 72,000 acres of giant windmills.
And that is located approximately 4 miles south of Kennewick.
Find out the latest on the Big Horse Heaven Hills Energy Project tonight after football on Apple Valley News Now.
Next live,
the lovely Elle Fanning.
Plus, Eric Stonestreet from the new Disney series, The Santa Clauses.
I am Santa. Ho, ho, ho.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Monday morning, everyone. Hope you had a wonderful weekend and are having a nice morning so far. We do have patchy fog, Tri-Cities area. You're taking a look at our Columbia Point Legend Skycam network, but we are looking at a little bit of fog in places, but not too bad. Now, radar, we are seeing some some shower activity coming in from the west, and it's going to continue to be on and off shower activity, not just for today, but for the week ahead as more and more showers are on the way. We're part of an atmospheric river, so that just means we're just going to see continual shower activity coming in from the Pacific. So in our future cast, in the next 2 hours or so, we're going to be seeing shower activity through much of the Kittitas, Yakima Valley area. Then by 10, it's going to be a little bit more widespread for all of our areas. Then it's going to move out, and then we're just going to see spotty showers for the next couple of hours into tomorrow. Then we'll see a little bit more sustained showers Tuesday night for Ellensburg through Toppenish. Then that will fan out into the Tri-Cities. And again, folks, off and on shower activity for the next couple of days at least. Now, we could see the return of a little bit of snow into the mountainous areas, upper elevations. But with all this warmer temperatures and all that mountain snow that fell on Friday into Saturday morning, we do expect to see flooding mostly on the west side of the state, but our usual suspects for flooding could be affected in our areas as well. So the dense fog advisory, it was good until 7 a.m., but it's been called off for Yakima and Toppenish as the fog just is not coming in as expected. Good visibility for Yakima, Ellensburg, 70% visibility for Prosser. And we're seeing winds picking up into the next couple of days, so hopefully that will keep the fog at bay. We're seeing just enough wind this morning to help us out. And our wind outlook, again, we're going to be seeing a little bit rising winds towards the end of our work week with a little bit of a valley into our weekend, but still seeing a little, hopefully enough wind to keep things fresh and keep the fog out. Look how warm it is along the Blue Mountain region, mid to upper 40s, 51 for Walla Walla. Other than that, we're just above or at the freezing mark, save for Ellensburg. You're going to be above it here in the next couple of hours. So our temperature trend, we are going to remain very warm as we get into, especially tomorrow. We're going to be above our averages across the board. We're above our averages today in the blues. And then we'll slowly start to cool down into our weekend. Saturday, we could see a little bit of rain-snow mix. So let's take a look at our highs today. 41 for Ellensburg, mid 40s for the Yakima Valley. Over in the mid-Columbia, mid to lower 40s, safe for Hermiston at that 53. And then over in the Blue Mountain region, right in the mid to lower 50s. 7-day forecast for Yakima, 51 tomorrow, then slowly cooling into the weekend. Could see some rain snow mix Saturday as we get down to 37. Overnight lows get below the freezing mark again Thursday late night into the weekend. Tri-Cities area, 56 tomorrow, off and on showers for the week ahead. Overnight lows below the freezing mark just briefly Friday late night. And in the Walla Walla region, very warm for the next couple of days at least, below the freezing mark Friday late night as well. So on and off showers all of this week. It is going to be wet. And you know the usual spots that see flooding, that could see flooding as we see all this shower activity. But flooding could be a major concern over on the west side of our states. So do be aware of that if you're doing some traveling. Today, showers showing back up in the next hour, 2 hours, 3 hours for our cities, and then scattered showers through the week.
Now to the legal battle stemming from the opioid crisis and who's to blame for it. The Supreme Court hears a case today that could have implications far beyond the pharmaceutical industry. ABC's Derek Dennis explains.
It's a potential watershed moment in the opioid epidemic. Today, the Supreme Court will review a $6 billion bankruptcy settlement between Purdue Pharma, the maker of OxyContin, and the victims and communities ravaged by the opioid crisis. At issue, the deal gives Purdue Pharma's owners, the Sackler family, immunity, protecting them from lawsuits.
The victims fought for this plan because they want to help people who have lost loved ones, who have been affected by the opioid crisis, to recover money.
Attorney Edward Niger helped negotiate the settlement and wants it upheld. But the Justice Department is opposed, arguing there must be unanimous consent among all the claimants to give the Sackler family, which made billions off OxyContin, immunity.
The Sacklers may be bad people, but they're not stupid people. And they will not give any money to abate the opioid crisis or to victims to help rebuild their lives unless they get those releases. If they really want to make a lesson of what the Sacklers did, they can and should criminally prosecute the Sacklers.
Ellen Isaacs lost her son Ryan to an overdose after he was prescribed OxyContin at 16 years old. Her attorney, Michael Quinn, is seeking a jury trial to keep the Sackler family on the hook.
In a way, this case is about deterrence. It's about holding corporate leaders and owners accountable for their business decisions.
If approved, the bankruptcy settlement would pay $6 billion to individual families, state health programs, and Native American tribes over the next 18 years. But if the deal is blocked, legal experts say it could set a precedent for how corporate bankruptcy cases are settled. When we return on Good Morning Northwest as the Christmas travel season approaches, a new report from the New York Times is painting a shocking picture of the state of air traffic control staffing in the U.S.
Shelby's Floral, your homegrown neighbor with worldwide connections for over 45 years. Shelby's, more than just a flower shop, specializing in beautiful custom arrangements, live plants, silk florals, home decor, and all things Christmas. We're unique and we're here for all of life's occasions. Shelby's Floral at the corner of Clearwater and Edison in Kennewick. Stop by today and let our experienced designers help you with all of your floral needs. Shelby's Floral.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
The Pacific Clinic is a health, sports, and medical campus where we feel like we're a one-stop shop. Primary care is everything that you do here at the Pacific Clinic. We really focus on preemptive care. And what that means to us is going out and playing tennis and working on that proprioception, that balance, that social aspect, flexibility, all those things.
Living an active lifestyle is extremely important to our health. Research shows that just by incorporating exercise into our daily lives, we can reduce our risk of cardiovascular disease by 50%. So cutting your risk in half is amazing. And just by incorporating regular exercise, we add years to our life.
Stress is the primary reason why living an active lifestyle is so important, because it reduces stress. Stress brings on anxiety, depression, all of the things that we don't want to feel.
So there's some really good benefits to cold therapy, specifically with regards to neurotransmitters. What's important about those neurotransmitters is when they go up, it improves your mood. And so it's become a really good treatment option for depression. And as far as the hot therapy, things like a sauna are really good at preventing cardiovascular disease, Alzheimer's disease, and even some respiratory diseases. I would recommend that folks take advantage of all the services we have to offer here at the clinic. You can make significant strides toward improving your health by utilizing all that we have to offer.
You know, there's millions of people without the health insurance they need. I get it. You feel like it's too pricey, a headache to deal with, and not worth it. You deserve something better and better. We're on a mission to get everyone high-quality health insurance. We have plans with as low as $0 out-of-pocket premiums, a network of local doctors, and a rewards program for making healthy choices. Nice. That's why we're America's #1 marketplace health insurance. So call us or go online now. And Better Health. On a mission for better.
Getting into the holiday spirit. Fly the Northwest, Tuesday.
Welcome back on this Monday morning. Well, a New York Times investigation shows air traffic controllers are by and large overworked, demoralized, and at greater risk of making mistakes. The Times interviewed more than 70 current and former air traffic controllers, pilots, and federal officials. The paper says air traffic controllers and others submitted hundreds of complaints over the past 2 years to an FAA hotline. The complaints described issues including staffing shortages, mental health problems, and unpleasant working conditions. The Times uncovered at least 7 reports of controllers sleeping while they were on duty and 5 complaints about employees working while under the influence of alcohol or drugs. The Times reported last August that while the U.S. airspace is remarkably safe, potentially dangerous close calls have happened on average several times a week this year. The FAA reported to the Times story. A spokesperson said the story does not reflect the high level of safety of the country's airspace. Quote, flying has never been safer, due in large part to our air traffic controllers. The agency says it encourages air traffic controllers to report safety concerns and incidents without fear of retaliation. Well, Walmart is the latest company to stop advertising on X, formerly known as Twitter. In a statement, the retailer says it has found other platforms to reach their customers. It comes a month after Elon Musk was accused of supporting anti-Semitism on the social media platform, which he owns. Other companies have also paused their advertising on X, including Disney, Lionsgate, Warner Brothers Discovery, the parent company of CNN. However, the head of operations at X says Walmart's decision to pull ads is not directly due to Musk's action. He says that Walmart has not advertised on X since October, and they are still active on the platform. On Wednesday, Musk apologized for his controversial post, but then blasted advertisers for leaving the platform. Coming up, 3 commercial ships came under attack in international waters of the Red Sea on Sunday, while a U.S. warship shot down 3 drones in self-defense during the hours-long assault. Will this escalate things in the Gulf? I'll have your full First Alert weather forecast coming up as well.
Accidents on winter streets can be very stressful, especially during the holiday season. So remember to buckle up, don't drink and drive, and watch out for the other guy. This holiday message is brought to you by Allen Brecky Law Offices.
Okay, thanks for visiting. Bye, Alice.
I'm stuck.
Not funny anymore. Yes, it is.
Wait, guys. The Mesozoic times are boring and have 0 rad attractions. Triple play is fun. I want to stay here.
Of course you can stay. Oh, fantastic. We won't regret this.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, like bowling, Raptor Reef Indoor Water Park, and a brand new zip line ride, all attached to a cozy hotel.
She's on the logo already. Marketers are the worst.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
Atomic Health pays me to do the in-home, I guess, nursing or the things I do to help out, so we don't need a nurse. Meds, cooking, cleaning, getting them to doctor's appointments, picking up prescriptions, whatever else needs to be done. So at least once a month or whenever I need her, Sarah, or whatever nurse is available, comes to our house. If I have a worry that I'm not sure if he needs to go to the doctor, she comes and advises me and does an assessment and tells me if there's anything I need to do different, or I don't know that I could do this without him.
So we'll definitely evaluate their past employment. As a registered nurse myself, I'll look through their medical records and I'll look to see maybe what medical conditions they have, and we'll be very upfront with them, honest about whether they do have a claim that could warrant benefits or not.
Throw away your distance and reading glasses. Join Doctors King and Kopstein for a free live webinar this Thursday at noon and find out if RLE is right for you. K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
For 600 different cigars and 120 fine pipe tobaccos, it's The Educated Cigar. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado, it's The Educated Cigar. For 200 accessories, including dozens of humidors and fine pipes, it's The Educated Cigar. At The Educated Cigar, you can enjoy your favorite adult beverage and food from the on-site bar and restaurant while smoking and viewing the big game. Family owned and operated since 1998, open 7 days a week.
Count on Apple Valley News Now and ABC for the most magical holiday programs ever, including favorites from Disney, plus so much more. Apple Valley News Now holiday shows, proudly sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health, your 5-star rated hospital.
If you have an injury claim and are considering a settlement with the insurance company, make sure you're compensated for every element of damage you're entitled to. Don't be tempted to accept a quick holiday settlement.
A portion of the news is sponsored by Kubota.
Drone strikes against U.S. ships in the Red Sea mark an escalation in a series of maritime attacks in the Middle East linked to the Israel-Hamas war. And one of the Palestinian students who was shot in Burlington, Vermont while walking home with his friends is speaking out about his experience.
And we have fog that is kind of moving out of our areas this morning. We do have, though, shower activity on the way and for your week as well. I'll get you prepared in my first alert weather forecast.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
I'm Jason Valentine. It is Monday. That's all right. It's the first Monday of December. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Hope you had a nice weekend.
Thank you very much. How was your weekend?
It was very football filled. A lot of football.
Very happy about how the results of Friday's game.
The results of Friday's game were great. And then my other team, Montana Grizzlies, in the FCS, they won their playoff game Saturday night. So they're going to play this Friday night. So it's going to be a football frenzy for a while. Yes. Looking forward to the Seahawks returning next week on Monday Night Football. Let's take a look outside, and we have some nice conditions out there this morning for most of our areas, and we're warm in some of our areas as well. So let's take a look, and we do expect shower activity in the next hour or so. We were looking at maybe just the lightest light of some rain snow mix for Ellensburg, so keep an eye out for that. Very slight though, but that could make for some slick conditions. Ellensburg is our one city below the freezing mark at the moment. We did have a dense fog advisory for Yakima, Toppenish areas, but that's been called off. We do have 70% visibility in Prosser and some patchy fog for most of our cities, so keep an eye out for that. We are warm today. We're in the mid-40s, much warmer than we were last week, but not for the weekend. We were very nice for the weekend. Off and on showers for today and for the week ahead. Even warmer along the blues, mid to lower 50s today. So a lot going on. Patchy AM fog, warm and wet, rain for days. I have your first alert weather forecast. Let me get you ready for the week ahead. That's coming up in about 10 minutes.
We turn to the Middle East, where this weekend saw continued escalations from Iran-backed Houthi rebels who attacked commercial ships, prompting the United States to intervene with the naval destroyer. Liz Landers has the latest.
Tensions remain high this morning in the Middle East as 3 commercial ships were attacked in the Red Sea. The Pentagon saying missiles coming from Yemen hit the ships during the 7-hour-long attack. The USS Carney, a Navy destroyer in the area, intercepted and shot down 3 drones while on patrol assisting the ships, according to the Pentagon, who blamed Iran for the attacks.
It may have been that the missiles flew over the U.S. ships on their way to the intended target, which is one of the civilian ships. So there's a little bit of semantics here, but the important point here is that the Houthis are playing with fire by launching missiles over U.S. ships.
The Pentagon adding in a statement that the United States will consider all appropriate responses in full coordination with its international allies and partners. And it's not the first time. Since the start of the war between Israel and Hamas, there have been a number of attacks from Houthi-controlled areas of Yemen on ships in the Red Sea.
The U.S. is being very careful not to turn the Red Sea into a shooting gallery.
This latest attack comes as the fighting between Israel and Hamas escalates, with Israel saying they've expanded ground operations to every part of Gaza, pushing to the south as well. Israeli Defense Forces have conducted 10,000 airstrikes on the small territory since the start of the war. One this weekend reportedly killed a Hamas commander who helped carry out the October 7th attack on Israel. Bury me with him, says this little boy after his brother was killed, one of thousands of children killed in the conflict.
About 80% of the Gaza population is homeless, according to the United Nations. The humanitarian organization says their shelters are overwhelmed and there's a lack of drinkable water, food, and facilities. One of the Palestinian students who was shot alongside two of his friends in Vermont last weekend is now paralyzed from the chest down. Burlington's police chief says the students were wearing traditional scarves when they were shot. Authorities say they haven't determined a motive in the attack, but have said they're investigating whether the incident was motivated by hate. Hasham Awartani's mother says a bullet became lodged in his spine. She says her son is scheduled to be released from the hospital next week, where he will go on to receive rehabilitation care. One of three Palestinian students shot in Burlington, Vermont last weekend is opening up about his concerns regarding the safety of Palestinians.
I am very concerned for the safety of Palestinians in the United States and obviously in the West Bank and Gaza. It's just part of a system designed to dehumanize Palestinians, and the logical conclusion of dehumanization is murder. I didn't expect it to go to this extent though, and having something intellectually known in your head rather than experiencing it firsthand definitely shatters a new type of bubble.
The alleged gunman, Jason Eaton, has been charged with 3 counts of attempted second-degree murder. He has pleaded not guilty and is being held without bond. Democratic Representative Adam Smith's Washington home was vandalized Thursday night, the vandals reportedly calling for a ceasefire in Israel and Gaza. In these images provided by Smith, you can see a garage door spray-painted with the words "Baby Killer," "Ceasefire," and "Free Gaza." Smith called the vandalism troubling and problematic. He told media outlets that he and his wife were home when she noticed the vandalism on their garage. Smith said members of the city council, county elected officials, synagogues, and other locations have also experienced acts of vandalism recently, and that he recently met with activists to discuss Israel and Hamas. Smith said he is open to further discussions. Former Congressman George Santos is blaming a lie from another lawmaker on his expulsion from Congress. Santos says he was accused by Republican Representative Max Miller, who claimed that he and his mother were defrauded by Santos, and that ended up costing his seat in the House. Santos said Miller sent out the accusation shortly before Friday's vote, but that he didn't have time to refute. Miller stands by his claims and says he has evidence that he has provided to relevant authorities. The ethics panel found that Santos blatantly stole from his campaign, including for travel, Botox, and even OnlyFans. Santos is now the 6th member of the House to be expelled from Congress. Jason Valentine returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
Good Monday morning, everyone. Hope you're having a good morning so far. We have a lot to talk about. We have rain on the way. We do have some patchy fog. And folks, we have warm temperatures as well. I'll get you ready in my first alert weather forecast coming right up.
Plus, we'll give you a first-hand look at the weekend's lighted boat parade with a view from the Columbia.
Getting into the holiday spirit. Fly the Northwest, Tuesday.
If you missed out on getting a McRib in the past, here's your chance to get one before you miss out again. The McRib returns. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
This may look like a holiday shopping showdown, but it's a Nissan sales event ad. Good thing my Rogue has intelligent all-wheel drive.
So does my Altima.
Get 2.9% APR financing for 60 months on Rogue, or get 2.9% APR financing for 60 months on Pathfinder. Better hurry, these offers won't be back in stock.
Sundown M Ranch promotes patient-centered integrated care that focuses on the mind, body, and spirit. At Sundown M Ranch, the patient is the reason we are here. We take pride in our reputation of assisting individuals and family members through a difficult process with compassion, respect, and confidentiality.
Sundown M Ranch saved my life.
Last month, I celebrated 31 years of sobriety.
Sundown M Ranch. Today is the first day of the rest of your life.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now, through December 31st, receive rebates up to $1,400 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
In the heart of Tri-Cities wine country, you'll find the Goose Ridge Richland Tasting Room. Located in the center of our vineyards is an opportunity to enjoy life through wines, hard ciders, Monson Ranch spirits, light bites, and live music at Goose Ridge. More than you'd expect, more than just a winery.
From Washington Broadband, where we construct high-speed internet, fiber, cable, and wireless all year round. From us to you,
Merry Christmas! Feliz Navidad!
If something's missing in your morning without a McDonald's breakfast, then try a new bagel sandwich. With fluffy egg, melty cheese, and your choice of a steak patty with grilled onion, or bacon, or sausage, well, those will fill the void deliciously. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Tonight on Apple Valley News Now Primetime. Soon, there could be 72,000 acres of giant windmills.
And that is located approximately 4 miles south of Kennewick.
Find out the latest on the Big Horse Heaven Hills Energy Project. Tonight after football on Apple Valley News Now.
Next live,
the lovely Elle Fanning.
Plus, Eric Stonestreet from the new Disney series, The Santa Clauses.
I am Santa. Ho, ho, ho.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back, everyone. And, well, Riley, it's that time of year. Friday and Saturday, the Christmas lighted boat parade sailed the Columbia River.
And the fleet started at Clover Island and made their way to Howard Amon before heading back on the Pasco side of Columbia. Well, the Benton County Sheriff called me up on Friday afternoon and he invited me to hitch a ride in the Benton County Sheriff's Office boat to do some filming, and I'm not one to say no to these kinds of views. Of course, the Coug boat out on the water, very happy to see that one. It was the Sheriff's Office's job to escort the lighted boat parade and make sure everyone stayed safe. And as the lighted boat parade turned around at Howard Amon Park, fireworks were set off. It was a beautiful ending to the annual Winter Wonderland at John Dam Plaza in Richland, and a great sight to behold. There was about a dozen boats that took part on Friday when I was on the water, but there was plenty to see on Friday and on Saturday.
Just beautiful, Riley, and there's something magical about all those lights, all those boats, and the water. And was there music played?
Some of the boats did actually play music from the boats.
Okay.
But there was a lot going on both at John Dam Plaza, at Howard Amon Park, and then all of the boats going down the river.
Cool. Well, how was it? Do you give it 10 out of 10?
10 out of 10. It was cold.
Well,
I would do it again. I would say it was quite windy, especially when the water was, or when the boat was moving.
Sure.
Lots of wind, but it was beautiful. I was there with the sheriff and a couple deputies. One was Deputy Brad Clipper, and he says that he's been going out on the river for years and years for this, and he's been watching it for years. He said it was the most clear night that they've ever had for the lighted boat parade. There was, by the time, late Friday, there was no fog. It was beautiful. It was perfect outside.
Well, good timing for that. Unfortunately, we're not going to see too many clear skies for the next couple of days. I have your first alert weather forecast that is coming up next.
And the bodies of a couple who went missing near Olympia last month have been found, and the suspect in their murder has been arrested. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
Ooh, the DQ Cheeseburger Lovers deal is back. 2 single cheeseburgers for only $5, or 2 double cheeseburgers for just $7? For real? Oh, tell me it's as good as it looks. Deal this good speaks for itself, I guess. But you better get it before it's gone. DQ, happy tastes good.
When you need legal help, trust Quantum Legal. In football, your team can have a bad season. In real life, when you are having a bad season, you can call Quantum Legal. We're here for you in times of trouble, whether you need assistance with criminal defense, personal injury, or have been injured on the job. And with tens of millions of dollars collected on behalf of clients, we will find the best solution for your situation. Call us today at 509-783-5551 or visit us online at quantumlegal.com.
For 600 different cigars and 120 fine pipe tobaccos, it's The Educated Cigar. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado, it's The Educated Cigar. For 200 accessories, including dozens of humidors and fine pipes, it's The Educated Cigar. At The Educated Cigar, you can enjoy your favorite adult beverage and food from the on-site bar and restaurant while smoking and viewing the big game. Family owned and operated since 1998, open 7 days a week.
When it comes to your loved ones, you want the best care possible. Being home surrounded by the things you love is vital for quality of life. That's where affordable at-home care comes in. We offer personalized home care plans to fit your specific needs. And for all new customers, your first hour is always free. Our experienced, loving, and caring staff is dedicated to serving you. Call us today for a free consultation. At Affordable in Home Care, we do more than just visit.
Pasco's Winterfest activities are back, starting with the Candy Cane Scavenger Hunt December 4th to 7th. And don't miss free movies at Pasco's Fairchild Cinemas. Then bring out the whole family for winter memories of music, kids' games, crafts, food vendors, activity booths, photos with Santa, and of course, the exciting holiday tree lighting. Join us December 9th from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. at Peanuts Park Pasco, 109 South 4th Avenue.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Monday morning, everyone. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. Seeing first light this morning, and you can see quite a bit of clearness in much of the Tri-Cities and much of our areas. We're still seeing patchy fog in areas, so do be aware of that. Seeing just the hint of a little bit of rain-snow mix rolling through Ellensburg. Not much, but it could make slick conditions for Ellensburg, Kittitas Valley areas this morning. We do have shower activity on the way, starting to rumble on in. Should be mostly in the form of rain. We're looking at our future cast, and look at all this shower activity we're going to be seeing in the next couple of hours. It's going to fan out to the rest of our areas. Then after we get through that, we're going to see off and on showers into our evening tonight for all of our areas. A little bit more sustained tomorrow evening for Yakima, Ellensburg, Toppenish. Then it's going to fan out again as we get to our overnight period Wednesday night into Wednesday morning. Off and on showers for the next couple of days, if not for the week ahead. We are going to be seeing just more and more shower activity come on in. Visibility right now, we were seeing some patchy fog, and you will if you're heading into the mountains or to the south of Toppenish in the mountains there towards Goldendale. But looking at good visibility this morning. Again, some patchy fog out there, but mostly, well, better than it was almost all of last week. So wind speeds, we're seeing just a hint of wind out there. We're going to see a little bit more wind as we head into tomorrow and into our work week. Then a little bit of a valley on Saturday. That's also a day when we're going to be cooling down, but we're going to be very warm for the week ahead. Current temperatures mostly above the freezing level or at it for Yakima, a little below for Ellensburg at 26. But look at Walla Walla in the blues, and Hermiston, just very warm temperatures. Other than that, just above the freezing level. So we're going to be around our averages for the Yakima and Mid-Columbia areas. For the blues, though, we're above average today. For all of our areas tomorrow, well above average by almost 15 degrees. Then slowly descending to around or below average for your weekend, but still a very warm week. Most of our week is ahead. So our highs today, 41 for Ellensburg. Mid 40s for Yakima, Toppenish. Over in the mid-Columbia, right in those mid to lower 40s. But look at Hermiston, 53 and mid to lower 50s for the Blues. Just warm, folks. All right, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. Off and on showers for the week ahead for Yakima. Cooling all the way down to 37 Saturday. Overnight lows at the freezing mark Wednesday late night, starting Thursday late night below it. Hence that chance of some rain-snow mix on Saturday. So just get ready for shower activity for the week ahead. Tri-Cities area 56 tomorrow, then slowly cooling down to 40 by Saturday. Friday late night is the only time we're below the freezing mark, and just so mostly rain is on the way for the week ahead. And in Walla Walla, looking very nice, mid to lower 50s to upper 40s through Thursday, then cooling down for your weekend. Overnight low Friday late night will be below the freezing mark. Other than that, we're going to be above it. So for your Monday, we do expect shower activity widespread to start in the next couple of hours. Then we'll see scattered showers through our evening hours into tomorrow, into Wednesday, and into our week ahead. Slowly starting to warm up, especially in the Blues today. Other than that, we're going to see not record temperatures, but well above temperatures tomorrow.
A Thurston County couple had been missing since mid-November. Now authorities believe they've recovered the bodies of Karen and DeVito Kep. Julie Calhoun has the latest details on the discovery.
DeVito and Karen Kep found nearly 3 weeks after the married couple went missing.
Nothing that occurred today is going to bring Karen and DeVito back.
Their bodies found off Stedman Road Southeast on JBLM property, a half a mile away from a property the couple owned, and where the man sitting in jail accused of their murder was living in a garage. Justice Dutton, the couple's son, said in a statement, "We are so grateful for the outpouring of support from everyone whose lives were impacted by Karen and DeVito. In particular, we would like to thank the Thurston County Sheriff's Office and assisting agencies for being unwavering in their search for our parents." The couple was reported missing November 13th when Kep didn't show up for work at her Lacey Chiropractic office, and deputies went to their home for a welfare check. The couple wasn't there, but detectives found large amounts of blood inside and ruled they couldn't have survived. Deputies say that same day they arrested a suspect for having the couple's stolen credit cards, but was then released. Then later that week, he was arrested for first-degree murder and kidnapping. The sheriff thanking the FBI and State Crime Lab for help cracking the case.
In today's day and age, you can't make an arrest for murder without significant evidence, and that evidence almost always comes in the form of ballistics, digital, and bodily fluids.
Relatives say the man suspected of killing the couple was living on their property rent-free in exchange for doing work for the couple. Detectives say the couple was in the process of evicting the tenant, who neighbors say had mental health issues. But the investigation is far from over. Deputies still asking for surveillance video of the suspect and victims' cars.
And I can tell you that detectives are not done. They're still pushing harder and further to get more evidence and put a complete case before our court.
The sheriff says the case did involve shell casings and a firearm, but it is up to the coroner to determine how the couple died. The suspect is currently in jail without bail. We'll be right back with the morning sprint and a final check on your forecast, but first a look at what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, new research on weight loss medication and alcohol use.
I have no desire to drink wine anymore, and that's crazy to me because I couldn't stop before.
A new case study composed of 6 people screening positive for alcohol use disorder, or AUD, found that they all saw a clinically significant decrease in symptoms while they were using semaglutide for weight loss. Christy Martin, who was not part of the study, says while she used to drink wine every night, her urge to drink has disappeared.
Drinking for me was becoming a bit of an issue, and the fact that I just have no desire for it is something I didn't expect and is just an amazing side benefit.
And coming up at 7 a.m., Dr. Jen Ashton weighs in live on what this new research means and who it could benefit. With your GMA First Look, I'm Ariel Reshef, ABC News, New York.
She found it. The feeling of finding the psoriasis treatment she's been looking for. Sotyktu is the first of its kind once-daily pill for moderate to severe plaque psoriasis for the chance at clear or almost clear skin. It's like the feeling of finding your back is back. Or finding psoriasis can't deny the splendor of these thighs. Once daily Sotyktu is proven to get more people clearer skin than the leading pill. Don't take if you're allergic to Sotyktu. Serious reactions can occur. Sotyktu can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB. Serious infections, cancers including lymphoma, muscle problems, and changes in certain labs have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, liver or kidney problems, high triglycerides, or had a vaccine or plan to. Sotyktu is a TYK2 inhibitor. TYK2 is part of the JAK family. It's not known if Sotyktu has the same risks as JAK inhibitors. Find what plaque psoriasis has been hiding. Ask your dermatologist about Sotyktu for clearer skin. So clearly you. Sotyktu.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time right now is 6:53. We're going to get to your first alert forecast in just a moment, but we begin with a look at this morning's top stories. The debate on the Horseheaven Hills wind farm has been going on for years. Advocates say the wind farm could generate enough electricity to power tens of thousands of homes, which could become very important as more people move to the region and demand for energy goes up. Coming up tonight on Monday night, after Monday Night Football, we hear from one of the farmers who could be impacted by the Horseheaven Hills wind farm on what the wind farm means for agricultural land. Early Sunday morning, Benton County Sheriff's deputies responded to reports of a potentially suicidal man who allegedly made threats against his parents and police. According to the sheriff's office, the man allegedly charged a patrol car with a hammer, attempting to strike the vehicle as it approached. Deputies say he was uncooperative, but they were able to take him into custody with minimal force. He was treated for self-inflicted injuries and booked into jail. Around 8:30 p.m. last night, Kennewick police officers saw a man wearing all black clothes running east on 4th Avenue carrying a Christmas tree on his shoulders. The suspect ignored officers and continued to run despite commands to stop. He was eventually detained. Police determined the suspect had stolen the tree from a Christmas tree farm several blocks away. He was booked into the Benton County Jail for disorderly conduct, obstructing law enforcement, and theft in the 3rd degree. Well, you know that we love dogs here at Apple Valley News Now, and the Yakima Police Department do too. According to the Yakima Police, they found these 2 pups abandoned in a duffel bag late Thursday night. YPD community service officers brought them in from the cold, and they spent the day at the station before being adopted by the employees at the Yakima Young Women's Christian Association. Friday night, the Washington Huskies and Oregon Ducks faced off in what may be the last Pac-12 championship in history. It would be Washington's star running back Dylan Johnson who would clinch the Pac-12 title for the Huskies, running rampant over the 8th-ranked rushing defense in the country for 152 yards and 2 touchdowns, while also throwing for 1 in the second. And the Huskies are headed to the college football playoffs with a win over Oregon, 34-31.
All right, folks, good Monday morning and welcome to the work week. We do have light coming through. We have quite a bit of cloud coverage and more shower activity on the way today. We do have showers to the west of our regions, even seeing a little bit, just a hint of rain-snow mix coming into the Ellensburg area. I doubt much of it will reach the ground, but if it does, it will be making things a little bit slick for you this morning since we're still below the freezing mark in the Ellensburg area. We're right around that freezing mark for Yakima, so hopefully as it rumbles on through, we get just a touch warmer than we are right now. Winds just enough to keep a lot of the fog that we saw early this morning out of our regions. You still might run into some patchy fog this morning, but still we're seeing a little bit of wind, maybe enough wind to keep fog at bay for our week ahead. Current temperature is 26 right now for Ellensburg, 32 for Yakima. So if this doesn't change in the next hour or so, we could see a little bit of rain-snow mix before transferring to rain. And hey, look at that, it just changed for Yakima. So it looks like just plain old rain, but we'll keep an eye on Ellensburg here for the next couple of hours. Other than that, we are warm across the board. So our highs today, 41 for Ellensburg, mid-40s for Yakima and Toppenish. Over in the mid-Columbia, we're in the mid to lower 40s. Look at Hermiston, though, at 53 and 56 for Pendleton, 52 for Walla Walla. So we're above average for northeastern Oregon and the Blues. We'll be above average for all of our areas tomorrow. Off and on showers today, off and on showers for your week ahead. Riley.
Thanks for waking up with us and watching Good Morning Northwest. GMA is next, and your local news is back later tonight.